Hey everyone, Happy New Year! I wanted to do a quick tutorial film on just a quick house project that you could do that's pretty inexpensive, and I actually filmed it last year and I didn't get around to editing it, and so I thought I'd go ahead and start, doing a little something for this year just to kind of get myself motivated to do more house projects. And so I wanted to show you exactly what you would need. First thing that's really important is wallpaper paste. This costs about 10 bucks, 9 10 bucks. You can go to Lowe's or like a Home Depot. This is really easy to work with. This is actually the paste that you're going to need to apply your tissue paper to the wall. And then the second thing that you're going to need is obviously the tissue paper. Now, you do not have to go buy this. They will sell this at Lowe's and Home Depot. And this is just real simple. I mean, if you have gifts around the house, which everybody has some tissue paper somewhere in their house. And so what you can do is you're going to have straight edges and you're going to tear off the edges just like so. I already did this piece, and so actually, I guess this would be a good demonstration on this side. You see how it has the clean line, clean straight line. Go ahead and just tear. And that gives it a more natural look when you actually apply it to the wall. And so this is, the important thing about this too, is that you want to crumble it probably before you start tearing. The crumbling is going to give it all the nice texture that you're going to get on the wall. And so the more that you crumble it, you can do several pieces at once. And then how much tissue papering you need depends on how much you're doing. You can also double layer as well. The next thing you need, I don't have show and tell for this, but is obviously a paintbrush and a roller. Doesn't really matter what kind, whatever suits you, whatever works best for you. And then I'm going to kind of show you something about what I have. A lot of people don't have this kind of bathroom, but I will show you, and this will be odd camera work here, but if you kind of look around, this is like the main part of the bathroom with my jacuzzi tub. Oh yeah, and then it's a little messy in here, so don't mind that. And then you see as we go to the actual little bathroom itself, this is the one that I actually did the texturing to, and so you kind of see, and I still want to do a lot more work in here, but it gives it a nice texture, kind of an unusual texture. You can see it kind of came out really well. This took a while to do, but it was only because I tend to spread myself pretty thin with doing a lot of different projects. And so what I did to get the color, oh, and the other thing you need is paint. So what I did to get the color is this was the color that was already, our builder had supplied us with the colors. And so what I did is I just went down to this was the lighter color on the swatch, the paint swatch. And to get the same tones, I just went down to the dark, I think the second to the darkest one. So it's not, it's best to do that so then your colors kind of go together and look uniform. But let me go ahead and put this back here. Excuse the camera work. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I will go ahead and show you exactly what I did. It's a little monster in the background. Maybe you don't see him in the background, but at least you can hear him in the background. And, oh, yeah. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Hi, Tease. And he had no part in this process of making the tissue papering. Otherwise, we probably, yeah, Tease. We probably wouldn't have the project done. So, alright, bye-bye guys. I will get to showing you exactly what you need to do. So, okay, let's go ahead and begin. And I wanted to show you here, basically, taking whatever kind of tissue paper that you have. You'll crumble it. And as I explained earlier, you're going to want to actually, I should have done this before, but you're going to want to tear the edges. Your tissue paper is usually going to be very straight edges, and so it's really important to tear the edges so then it gives it a nice natural look. And I had already done this on this piece, so you can see kind of what the results will be. So just keep on tearing down the sides, and if you want to save time, you can do this with a lot of pieces at once. And then what I do next is I get some of the wallpaper paste, and then I just put it on an area, whatever area you want. It doesn't matter if it goes over the other layers that you've already done. And it doesn't really matter where you start either on your wall. And so I just kind of, as you see, layer it over and then slightly pat it down. Don't worry too much about the creases. The creases actually, try not to smooth it out too much. The creases actually what gives it a nice natural texture. And usually what I will end up doing is I will take the paintbrush and then I'll kind of go over the edges, as you can see here, just to kind of flatten it down a little bit. But of course, like I said, don't smooth it out too much.
because the texture is really what makes it nice. And sometimes when you're using the paintbrush, you might actually create holes or bubbles, and when you do that, you can just always, the nice thing about this project is that it's really foolproof. I mean, you can definitely just keep putting other layers over. And then the next thing that you see here is just some results. And as you can see also, I just used lots of different colors. It doesn't really matter because you're going to paint over it, and you're going to do a lot of layering as well, and it actually comes out like a big kid's art project. You're obviously going to paint over it, so it really doesn't matter. Sometimes you might have to do a few more layers of the coloring, but it really is not that hard to cover with the paint, especially if it's a darker color that you're using. And so as you can see, the corners, obviously that's probably the hardest part of this project. If you look up at the ceiling, where the walls meet the ceiling, that is definitely a difficult part. And of course you're going to paint over it with whichever color that you choose. And these are the final results. I think it came out to be a great project. It gives the room just a warm feeling, and it's an easy, cheap project. If you do mess up, as you can see, there's some drips here. You can always layer over it, allow it to dry, and then paint again. Just showing you some more pictures. So I hope you enjoyed this, and this is a great, easy project for the new year 2013. I hope you enjoyed it.